Take me away from home. Show me all the places I've never known.
2024 Lamborghini Revuelto review 4K, also in HDR. What's going on, everybody? This is Pony Diamond Channel, and my name is King, and we're back here checking out this 2024 Lamborghini Revuelto review. Again in 4K. Keep in mind that this video will have zero color grading or any kind of coloration, any kind of doctoring going on. This is pretty authentic as possible. We shot this thing at 4K HDR at 120 frames per second, so you're gonna get to see these video footages as raw as it could be. Please watch the video all the way to the end. I will share you my final thoughts also with who this car is for. I think it's always pretty cool and interesting to kind of hear, at least my opinion, from a guy who owned quite a bit of exotic cars. I can share with you who this car is for. So again, please watch all the way to the end. My thoughts may surprise you. Also subscribe to the channel as well if you're in the market for your first exotic car or just any car really, and you need help with some sort of financing questions. I'm pretty much kind of consider myself an expert at car financing. I had horrible credit score, like 400 FICO, and now it's a lot better. But what I'm saying is that I've been there, so I know what and how to actually get qualified for these loans on these type of vehicles. Doesn't matter if it's not exotic either, so just kind of subscribe, hit me up, and we can kind of talk about, you know, your scenario. And the best part is it doesn't cost you anything, coming from a guy like me who had a lot of experience with owning quite a bit of exotic cars. So again, please hit subscribe to the channel, and I will try and do my best to help consult your situation if you need more answer to some of the financing questions. There's a lot of, you know, of false information out there, and you will find it very interesting. So let's get to this 2024 Lamborghini Revuelto review 4K HDR. Okay, so first and foremost, this damn thing is MSRP at $700,000. So this color yellow, and the actual official color is called Giallo Agge. That's Giallouge. So that's Italian for yellow, jello. So in this case, it's Giallo Agge. And also the name Revuelto translation mean mix it up. So basically Lamborghini mix it up, or mixture. Now in this case, mix it up or mixing meaning or meant that it's an actual engine 12-cylinder 6.5 liter V12, which is the Aventador engine combining with the actual electric motor that's in the front. So it's basically a plug-in hybrid, and that's what they meant, Lamborghini meant by Revuelto, or in this case, mix it up. Now, of course, mixing it up meaning the actual electric motor in the front and like I said, the engine in the back, which is the V12, combining horsepower numbers, and we're talking about 1,000 horsepower, producing 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds. Now, of course, top speed, this bitch runs at like 217 miles an hour, top speed. Of course, the design also, I would say it's kind of redesigned actually, based on the Scion. If you take a look here at the front lights, it's definitely got the design cue from, like, again, the Lamborghini Scion, and it really kind of picked up where the Aventador left off. Actually, if you look at it, it's definitely look like it's the next era of supercar, even borderline hypercar design. Same thing with the left side here. Obviously, this is the classic Y head daytime running lights. Now here is footage of the actual engine bay this is coming from an experience of an Aventador owner. I can tell you right now that they no longer put the glass on top of the engine, obviously, before one of the main reasons is the overheating, and so they kind of decided they're gonna go ahead and basically let the engine breathe. That's the 6.5 V12 liter engine. Again, it's from the Aventador. I'm sure it's also tuned a little bit differently. A little bit of good fun story for you guys. When I had the Aventador, it's the exact same engine, 6.5 liter V12. And when I picked up the actual vehicle from the dealership, this is in Las Vegas, and the car overheated, went to limp mode pretty quick. So I can see why they would take or remove on this Revuelto. They would remove that glass in the back that covers the engine. While it looks super sexy, what it did though, kind of hold in a lot of heat during the hot days. So I can see right now that they kind of left this thing wide open. You just gotta watch for the rainy days. But then again, who the hell is gonna take this car out in the rain? I wouldn't advise it. So obviously, for those hot days that are like 90 degrees to 100 degrees, this is perfect. You can now kind of drive this car very hard. A lot of Lamborghini owners, exotic car guys, like going out when the weather's hot and nice. They don't like going out during the rain. So obviously, it makes a lot of sense to do that. Now here again, we're looking at the still full-on design of this 2024 Lamborghini Revuelto. Keep in mind that again, these video footages are not doctored or color graded or in any way, shape, or form being altered. So this is kind of close to raw almost. So please hit subscribe if you want to see more footage like this. Also, like I said, I'm an expert with buying exotic cars. I'm pretty good with the exotic car financing questions or any kind of consultation questions that you may have. Might be your first exotic car purchase or any financing car financing questions or any matters like that. Hit me up, leave some comments. That would be awesome. Also, now check this back view, this rear view of this 2024 Lamborghini Revuelto. Again in 4K as a review. The design in the back again has those that signature Y. That's also from all this new design are inspired straight out of the Scion or the Scion, if you will, and also the exhaust is moved up. Obviously a bit higher. Seems to be ever since the SVJ and the McLaren, they kind of did moved up the exhaust tips up a little bit. Now seems like every car, every exotic cars that came out in 2003, 2004 now are pretty much gonna be kind of like the gold standard, if you will. With if your exhaust is down below, it's considered old school. You're gonna see a lot of these exotic car companies like McLaren's, Ferrari, Lamborghini. They're gonna obviously adopt this new design into the supercar segment. Originally, the exhaust system that are actually situated up top above the actual bumper started off with a 918 Spider, and then of course the design like a 600 LT. That's the McLaren 600 LT. Of course, the actual SVJ and then the Huracan Evo. They all kind of do this exhaust system that's above the actual bumper. But again, now it's becoming the norm or the new era of supercars. So again, this actual design cue is now trickled down into the actual supercar segment, instead of just hyper car segment. Now any supercar owners are going to be very happy to see that instead of forking out millions of dollars for something like that, now it's actually here. Again, this is, of course, it's around $700,000 in this case, the 2024 Lamborghini Revuelto. Of course, the interior is also redesigned now with the actual sport comfort seats, as you can see here. Obviously, it's the Sportivo design or Sportivo package. Actually, this one has the yellow trim all over the comfort seat. As you can see, there's yellow trim everywhere inside the cockpit with the actual yellow console area as well, and the branding, the Lamborghini branding right on top of the seat. Continuing on the interior itself, there's the yellow trimming or yellow trim with console, the huge screen, touchscreen at this point now in the actual infotainment center, with Alcantara splattered everywhere inside the cockpit. Of course, the steering wheel itself now with a crazy amount of yellow stitching and carbon fiber accents as well on the actual wheel. With now, of course, the shifter or the paddle shifter in this case is also dual clutch now. No longer this thing is jerky like the actual Aventador. This is actually a dual clutch system with the paddle shifter. Of course, carbon fiber trim everywhere. All right, for now, there are no exposed carbon fiber option at this point in time, but I'm sure that would change later. Here is the I call it the oh shit screen for the actual passenger. In case when the car is actually off, it's just gonna show the logo, the Lamborghini logo or the emblem or the call sign, but it's not gonna actually show you anything else other than the logo until the car turns on. Of course, a scissor door, signature Lamborghini signature door. Again, here's another close shot of the oh shit screen for the passenger. Again, when the car is actually on or running, it will display, I believe, the speedometer and some sort of a G meter and all that kind of stuff. As you can see how fast you're going. Now I call it again the oh shit screen because obviously if you have a significant other that's scared of you going fast all the time, you know how that goes. It's not very fun, right? So it would depend on, again, what kind of significant other do you have. It would not be a flagship Lamborghini car vehicle without the red nuclear button there. You gotta have the red button. Again, the huge infotainment screen now, which is touch screen with a nice picture of the actual car. Carbon fiber trim around it, of course, with the yellow trim. And now, like I said, it's no longer buttons like the old Aventador. This is an actual touchscreen now. It really felt pretty snug. Like it kind of felt like you're inside a spaceship. I gotta say, I'm a 6 feet tall, guy, and as much as I'd like to say is uncomfortable, I would say the uncomfortable is trying to get in and out. But once you're in the actual cockpit, it's actually pretty comfortable, pretty snug. Of course, a scissor door. Signature scissor door with the actual Alcantara. This is again Sportivo stitching with the yellow trim on the side door. Of course, if you want any other color, I'm sure you can spec this out with their ad personam department. That's the Lamborghini's customization department. The steering wheel now have even more buttons. And of course the shift paddle and it's also made out of carbon fiber as well. Stitching on the wheel, the branding, Lamborghini Bowl logo. This thing kind of pretty much got it all. So who is this car really for, or who is this car for? Well, let's start off with first thing first. Again, this thing is MSRP at $700,000. Obviously, you can spec this thing probably to $800,000 if you really, really wanted to. So right now, first and foremost, I would say that with the name of Lamborghini and the design Q, that is of course redesign as is right now. It's gonna come to, it's first and foremost, you gotta be pretty much willing to accept that you're gonna be seen in it basically, and you're not afraid to be seen in it. That's exactly what I think this car is really for. If you're the kind of guy where you just don't like people staring at you or look at you, think you're a douche, things like that, and you can't handle it, you know what I mean? You probably shouldn't be getting this car, this 2024 Lamborghini Revuelto, because obviously you're gonna have to pretty much not afraid of being seen in it. Also, another good reason to own this car is that if you do live in the United States, some of the states have pretty high taxes, like high federal taxes as well as high state taxes. So you can kind of also utilize this car as an expense as well. You can basically write it off as a business expense. So that's another very good reason for a person that doing business in the United States with high taxes. You can again lease this vehicle and write off pretty much 100% of the lease payments. The other thing also, this is based on my own experience. Driving in a car like this, I have people before that said to me like, hey, I would never pay something. My Aventador at the time was like around $565,000. Some people said, oh, I would never spend that kind of money on that kind of car. But at the same time, that vehicle made over seven figures in the fiscal year. So the car kind of paid for itself in a way. I believe that for networking purposes, it's a very, very effective tool to actually have. You pull up in something like this, they kind of take you pretty seriously. I had clients or prospects literally said to me, in the beginning, like, man, I'm not gonna, let you impress me with this car. You think I'm gonna do business with you, da 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 da. But it's a funny thing because like 3 weeks later, they ending up doing business with me. So it's a great networking vehicle, actually, or tool in this case. I'm gonna tell you right now that it really effective for that. When you do like exotic car drives or exotic car meets, you meet people, like-minded people like yourself, and you could be doing real estate or into investments. It's just much more easier to talk or maybe engage with, assuming you're not a douchebag, of course. Nobody likes a douchebag, let's be honest. But at the same time, if you're a cool guy and you own something like this, and like-minded people that shows up, at the car meets or maybe just business functions or networking, just straight up networking. I was pulled up at the gas station. I met like a couple of dudes that were putting the cannabis companies together. It's pretty cool, actually. People approach you and want to know more about the car and just want to know you as a person, and if you're not an asshole, then it's gonna come out. It's gonna be a very friendly, I would say, friendly encounter and networking in the same time. So, yeah. And that's pretty much it for this episode. Please hit subscribe and also hit like as well. Keep in mind, if you want some advice on exotic car financing or any kind of car financing questions that you may have bad credit, good credit, okay credit, or it's first time buying a exotic car, or first time buying any car for that matter. I'm pretty much an expert at the financings and dealing with dealerships, and brokers as well. And I could probably share with you some of my knowledge and insights that could probably assist you. It's best part is free. It doesn't cost you anything. And again, all I'm asking for is just hit likes and subscribe so I can build this channel. And I'm gonna bring you guys some more cool supercars. And again, I love to shoot videos and make content. And the algorithm, with all these, if you can hit likes again and hit subscribe, that would help the channel very much. I try to do this again without any kind of coloration or any footage, grading or anything like that. This is straight up coming straight from the camera to you as if you were there, and just spend time together, having fun, talking about this 2024 Lamborghini Revuelto review 4K HDR. Thank you very much, guys. Bye.